How much do you love this mentality of your team in the second half? I feel like that their mentality, their attitude, that might be the key to the success they're having. And even after a game, and only gave allowed what 8 shots, I guess.
Yes, 8. Yeah, yeah.
8 shots.
Yeah.
5-0 win, and they're still not satisfied. How much do you love this right now?
Yeah, it's my kind of team, right? We're never going to settle for average, and when you hear it from your players and they feel it and they can recognize it, I think that's really powerful. And it is a big piece of how we started this semester. You just talked to Nina about what that tie in the first half has done for us, and sometimes you need a wake-up call. You know, you gotta just get a shake-up once in a while, and it wasn't a loss. Luckily, it was a tie, and it did the trick. And so I think we're very alert. We're playing with urgency, and you know, in the second half, you're just a little closer to that ultimate goal. So the motivation to stay at that high pace is there.
It wasn't just also they see that carrot again now, getting closer to where they were last year.
Yeah, I think, you know, if we had played the Saturday St. Thomas game the way we played Friday, you know, my message in the locker room would have been different. The feeling would have been different. The break would have been different. The way they came back, it just, you know, it's hard to say, but I know it would have been different than what it has been.
That second shot at them, but, you know, what did you learn from seeing them the first time that maybe helps you this time, result notwithstanding on Saturday?
Yeah, well, I think they got better as the weekend went on. I think their Saturday goaltending is something that you really have to pay attention to, and they split Friday to Saturday pretty regularly. They did again against Minnesota last weekend, probably because of the volume that they face. So making sure we take care of business on Friday night, and being aware that it could be, you know, Saturday games are different anyways. They're harder to win because everybody just saw each other and you watch the video and you're a little banged up from Friday night. So it's a different style of game. And then they have a really good goaltender to get past too. So I think we learned that we have to be sharp on Saturday and not take anything for granted. Oh, it's huge. It's been a massive part of our success, and it's fun to see her playing a little more freely. And as you play more freely and you have more confidence in your game, you know, you end up finding lanes to net. It just kind of works, and you watch it. You guys have been doing this for years and years and years. You watch players just, you know, over time, it clicks. And I don't know what it is necessarily, but something clicks and they just grow into themselves. And that's what we're seeing out of Nina. It's just, it's been a fun evolution.
Get it so many different players. What does that mean to have that diverse offensive attack back end? It's not just 1 or 2 of your players.
Right. Yeah, I think it's incredibly special. It's unique. I'm not sure that I've ever had that here at UMD. And it's been a big piece of our success this year. It will continue to rely on that. I think, you know, I think we're on a mission, and we've been talking about that. We want to play on March 19th, and all of these games are really critical to not only getting there in the pairwise and the wins and losses, but also us building confidence and building momentum and sending a message, you know, that we mean business and we want to be there in the end. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome to be able to play 2 goalies. I think, you know, load management throughout the course of the year is something to pay attention to, and also just opportunity, like you said, to the future, to developing Haley and giving her the well-deserved ice time that she's gotten. And her numbers have been fantastic. And you know, I think some of those games are really challenging for goalies to stay focused in and make the big saves when you need to. So I think it's really encouraging to see how mature and prepared she has been. TBD.
So we had Ani and Kylie on the podcast yesterday, and Zach had asked them, like, St. Thomas this weekend, you know, Ani had mentioned, like, yeah, we gotta get some revenge for that tie.
Yeah.
What's the feeling like going into St. Thomas this time compared to the last time? I feel like that tie, while the time was like a major bummer, it seems like it fired you guys up for the start of the second half here, and it's continuing. You guys are still fired up for that result.
Yeah, 100%. That was a bitter taste in all of our mouths. And I think it motivated us in ways that we weren't really sure it would. And coming back on the second half, like, we've been on fire, and I think it's going to continue, especially now that we have St. Thomas after playing 2 big weekends. We're just going to keep on running with it.
You guys are still fired up. You guys are looking to avenge that small setback in this area.
Yeah, I mean, we're a second half team and we know it. Like, we're doing really well, and we're just going to keep doing our thing. And I think, yeah, we're still on fire. Yeah, I think it helped that all of our lines were rolling. We had production from everywhere, and I think that was a big part of why we were successful. And I think it always feels good when everyone's producing in weekend.
What do you remember about that Denver series? I know the results Saturday's problem, but the games themselves, what do you remember about that team, the challenges we're bringing?
They've got really good defense and really good goaltending, and I think we need to be sure to get pucks to the net and keep pushing. We had a little bit of a fall down on Bemidji in our third period on that Saturday, but I think we just need to keep pushing through, and I think we'll have success if we do that.
Fired up, ready to go is one thing, but ready to go and go to Madison is one thing.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of pressure on us. We know we didn't finish the first half how we wanted to, and I think we all came back working really hard, and we had tests that we had to pass, and we all did that. And going into Madison, I think we felt comfortable knowing that we had done everything we needed to do to prepare for that. Well, just in terms of shots on the Saturday, yeah, we had a lot of shots in the first, and it kind of just gradually decreased. So we need to keep our foot on the gas for all 3. Yeah, but our coaches always expect that out of us. So yeah. I think we were just working really well as a group. Like I said, all of our lines were rolling, and that just made it easy to play in the offensive zone, and ultimately what led to a couple points there. Yes, definitely. I would have always considered myself more of an offensive player, and I feel like I've kind of built into that role this year.